had an idea that I would make a magical bear painting and do a chat video. So this is gonna be a paint and chat. So I've already pre-sketched our magical bear and I have my paints ready, my beginning paints here. And we're gonna just grab a wider brush so that we can start with the sky. So speaking of bears, I have a really good bear story that I always tell everyone. This story actually starts with a baby deer that was abandoned by its parents. And one of our friends brought this baby deer to the house and was like, oh, haha, I need you to take care of this baby deer. And we were like, excuse me? Like, we don't know what to do with this deer, right? So there's this guy named Mr. Rosenthal. Like, isn't that the most rangery man who lives in the woods and cares for animals name that you've ever heard in your life? Mr. Rosenthal lives on an island in a river, and he lives in a giant log house that he built for himself. I know this doesn't sound real, but it totally is. So we go to his house. He literally drives us in his truck across the river with the baby deer. And by the way, he's like licensed to take care of these animals. In his house, he has a parrot that is like losing all of its feathers. And he has a baby bear named Zeus. He would climb up one side of your body and then get on your head, and then he would climb down the other side of your body. Anyway, so that's my bear story. While I was telling you the story of Zeus, we have just done the sky, and now we're going to be moving on to the mountains behind him. And I kind of want the background to be really simple, so the mountains are going to start black back here as a silhouette and fade into a lighter, darkish, foresty green. If you have just joined my channel, or I mean, my channel's brand new, so literally probably anyone who is watching really doesn't know where I'm headed with this channel. What are my plans? I am very serious about this channel. I want to take it seriously. I want it to succeed. This is my first time really trying to succeed at a YouTube channel, but it's always been something that I've wanted to do. I'll be doing crafting content twice a week, usually on Tuesdays and on Fridays, and I will be crafting fantasy themed movie props, costumes, and things from fantasy games and art. And soon we will actually be crafting things in the crafting room. If you've been here since the beginning, you know that I've been working to complete a beautiful crafting room. Why am I doing this channel? This channel as a project really checks all of my favorite things. For example, fantasy, videography, art, crafting, costumes. It just takes care of all of my favorite things. And I am in a unique position to have some free time available to me, and I would like to use my free time to do something that I've always dreamt of doing, which is making a YouTube channel that is successful. Next we'll be doing the moon and the stars in the sky, and originally I wanted the moon to be like pretty gigantic, just because I think that that is a little more magical, you know, a huge moon. But I kind of don't want to take away from the magic bear. So I think we're going to go with a modest moon. So it's going to be right about here. And I'm just going in, guys. Because the moon is not perfect. So I don't have to worry about it being perfect, right? The way I'm gonna make the halo is just by diluting the edges a little bit, like this. So now we're gonna do some pockets in the moon, some texture. Now it's time to do the stars, and I'm so excited to do the stars. Let's just do some dots first, here and there. Look how cute those stars are. Look at those stars, they're so cute. I think we may be ready to begin the bear. The only thing is that I have to redo my paints here because our bear is going to be a fire bear. I'm very excited about this. I've been thinking about him and how he's going to look. And normally I start on features and then fill in. But I think I'm gonna start on the outside of the bear because the outside of the bear, I think I want it to be white. I want him to be like fiery in the middle and on his shadows, and then he like fades to white on the edges, so it's like white hot and kind of glowing. So that's what I'm gonna go for. So let's talk about favorite fantasy themed films and games. The first one that comes to my mind, because it is my absolute all-time favorite, is of course Lord of the Rings. Down in the comments below, what is your favorite Lord of the Rings movie? My favorite is either Two Towers or Return of the King. I would say my next favorite fantasy film is Princess Bride. Hint hint wink wink, I will be probably doing Princess Bride themed cosplay soon. And if you think I'm gonna be the princess, you don't know me. So think again. As for games, I really enjoy Genshin Impact. It is a free game that you can get for your PC or your phone, and it's just so good. Sort of like Legend of Zelda a little bit, where you like travel and fight monsters and you develop relationships and you gather more people on your team, and like that's kind of what it's like. The art in that game is stunning and the music is good too. So if you like games with good art, good music, and a good story, that is the one. Another fantasy game that I really enjoy, and it might be considered fantasy and it might not be considered fantasy, but it is TFT, Team Fight Tactics. They have these little legends, and the best version of TFT in my opinion is Double Up, because I love to play it with my husband. We have a lot of fun with that. I think I am going to paint his face next. One final touch I want to do, and it could be a risk, it could be risky, but I think it would be fun if there were sparks coming off of the bear, because he's a fire bear, so maybe he leaves sparks wherever he goes. Anyways, He's the opposite of Smokey Bear. Anyways, so I'm thinking about loading this brush with like his orangey red color and just doing that around him. It could look horrible, but it also could look cool, so we're gonna try it. This is the color right here. That looks so cool, actually. I don't think you can see it, but I'll show you. So we've completed our magic bear painting, and we've chit-chatted a little bit about the channel and about me. Please leave down in the comments below what are your favorite fantasy films and games. So now we'll take a closer look at the bear that we have worked on today. Thanks for watching this video painting the magical bear. Please leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.